Hello there, Tea Room Secrets. Tina Jesson here again. This is my take two. If you saw me earlier, I was trying to do this recording outside on my phone, and my cover fell off my phone because it was so hot and I couldn't get an internet connection. So we're going to go take two. And this is probably an example of imperfect action if ever I saw it. So apologies if you saw me earlier. We're going to run this again. So the reason I'm popping on today is it occurred to me I've kind of neglected you a bit, and I'm really sorry about that. I've built this little group, but I think we've got about 270 odd people in this group now who are all either, some kind of tea related business. I mean, after all, we call this group Tea Room Secrets. But it's been kind of challenging, hasn't it, for us as tea business owners? And I've been kind of working on my business and kind of neglecting you a little bit. So I was thinking this morning about how can I best serve you and what is it you need? And I've been listening to some of the comments that people have been putting out there, and it's occurred to me, and I've actually made a whole list of things that I just want to cover today. So I'm going to keep referring back to this if that's okay. But what occurred to me in a nutshell is that you are now looking for the most effective way to get customers, guests, and clients. The most effective way to get them, and to get them like now. And I was speaking early this morning to a gentleman who runs a tea business in India. And he was asking some advice about a new T-shirt that had got his branding on it, and what did I think? And as I was discussing a few ideas with him, it occurred to me that this is probably one of the least effective ways of spending money and creating customers. And I think I didn't mean to offend, I really didn't. But I kind of put it to him this way, that what is the outcome going to be of that money spent? Well, it's brand recognition. Now, brand recognition is great if you are Coca-Cola or Apple, and you want that brand recognition. You've got millions of dollars to spend on advertising. That's fair enough. But I don't think you have that kind of money when you're a small business. I know I certainly don't. So brand recognition is not an effective way of spending your marketing dollars or your advertising dollars. And I gave this scenario of, what you're expecting the outcome to be. Somebody's wearing this shirt, and he said that he got friends that wanted to do and support him. So one of your friends is wearing this shirt, and they're walking downtown, walking out and about, which we're not doing a lot of anyway, but assuming we are walking out and about, somebody would come up to him, and his brand was, it had Darjeeling in the name of the brand. And what are people going to do? They're going to come up to you and go, "Oh, Darjeeling, I like Darjeeling too. Where'd you get yours from?" And he went, see what you mean. Yeah, see, not the most effective. And I suppose that conversation has spurred me to go, what am I doing for you guys? What am I doing to help you? And it's all very well me sort of having these throwaway comments every now and again, but how can we actually work together that's effective? And how can your marketing be really effective? So I've come up with a plan. I put this together this morning, and I went back to basics, because I've been in business for a long time now, and sometimes I forget the stuff that I do naturally, the things that I do without really thinking about it. But how can I break that down to help you implement some of this stuff, and more importantly, get more sales, sell more stuff, actually get revenue coming in? So that's why I'm on today. So how do you get clients in the most effective way? Well, what's been working for us has been, several things, but it's all online and it's all free marketing. And what we're doing is we're doing email. I'm doing emails much more than I ever did. In fact, there's a little mantra I always talk about, and that is, if you're not delivering the service, if you're not managing your cash flow, because obviously as a business owner we need to be doing that, the next thing you need to be doing is marketing your little socks off all day long. And if you're not delivering because you're not getting many clients through at the moment, not getting many guests if you're opening a tea room, or getting many customers if you're selling online, then you've got to market your little socks off. And that's what I've been doing. in my own business and kind of neglecting you. So I'm sorry about that. But email, and I don't just send an email out once a month, which I used to do back in the day when I had my home staging business in the UK. It used to be a monthly newsletter. What I'm doing now is I'm sending, not even weekly, I'm doing maybe 2 or 3 emails every week with something very specific to say, and that's what it needs to be. I've been doing Facebook posts, and we can dive down into what goes into a Facebook post, but again, free visibility. And LinkedIn, I've started only recently using my LinkedIn profile and kind of bolstering it up a little bit and putting more and more information on there, when we've had TV stuff. And I don't know if you've noticed, when I put stuff on to Tea Room Secrets, it's not to brag, it's to inspire. And the idea is, you don't need to necessarily listen to anything I say, but do what I'm doing. Do what somebody who is doing stuff is doing that's effective. That's my advice to you. So we've been doing the email, we've been doing Facebook posts, so LinkedIn, I've started posting on there. And I was actually talking to a prospect yesterday about doing some marketing with them, actually. But we've also had people booking tea parties and selling tea through that medium as well. And of course, the good old Facebook Live, which this is one. And you may have noticed that I've been doing them, well, I started off doing them daily. I think I got to day 40 odd before I started doing them less frequently. But Facebook Lives, if you can get into a habit of doing those and get over yourself about being on camera. I mean, I haven't washed my hair today, but my hair's up in a ponytail. I'm wearing no makeup. I don't care. Because if I was meeting you in person and I turned up like this, we'd still have a conversation. So I do these Facebook Lives. Like I say, do what I'm doing. You don't need necessarily to listen to every word I'm saying, but do what I'm doing. So Facebook Lives is another thing that we're doing. And then people say, well, maybe I haven't got an email list. How do you build your email list? Well, we've done it in the past, and we've got about 6,000 people that we can reach. Now, I did speak to one tea room owner, and I don't mean to embarrass or shame anybody, and it's absolutely fine. But I did speak to one tea room owner that said, well, we don't have a mailing list, or well, we do, but we don't actually send emails out anymore because we're fully booked all the time. And that's great. Might not be the case now, but just recognize that your email list is the most precious of all your collateral within your business, because it's essentially your customer list, your customer database, and you can reach out into that through the power of email, and that's what we've been doing. So how you start to build your list if you haven't got one already, or if you have one and it's a little bit tired and dated. I was speaking to another tea business owner, gosh, I think it was last year in at the World Tea Expo, and she was going, oh yes, I've got a mailing list. We've bought a list, or we just pull them off websites. And I'm thinking, well, then what you're sending out is just spam, and that's not the right way of doing it. It really isn't, because people aren't interested unless they've signed up with you. So we build our email list through, when we're at events, through our POS system, and we just happen to use Square. So yeah, if you want to get a receipt, you put in your email address. Or if you want us to keep in touch with you, that's an invitation. If you want to keep in touch with us, and we'll send you information out about our events, what we're doing, special offers, blah, blah, blah. Keep in touch with us, then sign up to our email list. So we do that through our POS as well. That's our point of sale system, in case you didn't know that. And through our website. So these are all different ways that we build our list. And like I say, we've got a list of about 6,000. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm telling you, this works. When you've got a large group of people that you can start marketing to for free, it really, really works. Anyway, I'm giving you so much information here. And this wasn't about giving you an overload of information. This was just giving you an idea of what you can be doing. And the problem we often have is when stuff happens, like when the shit hits the fan, like a global pandemic, it's very easy to go inside ourselves and go, oh, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do. Despair, depression, and it makes you very inactive. And what we need to do now is be more active than ever. And it's very easy to do through these free sources of promoting your business. So do more of that. So that's really what I want to talk to you about. And the thing that's been the most effective for us at the moment has been writing our email copy, not from the standpoint of selling. And I don't know if you're like me. I mean, the idea of selling kind of seems a bit sleazy sometimes. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. But I found a really great technique that helps me want to do more of it. And instead of me coming from a place of desperation and scarcity and fear and all those things that we obviously do, those are emotions we all have. Don't worry, you're not alone feeling those. But if we move our focus, if you like, it's a mindset thing, but if you move your focus to how can I best serve? What can I do to help you, my customer, guest, client? What can I do to help you? What is it you need right now? And put yourself in that mindset. And that's basically what I've been doing with my emails. I've been, I did the, 10 ways we can serve you, 10 ways we can help feed your family when nobody was going anywhere. And writing it from that perspective. But my number one tip for you is when you're writing your marketing copy, and I learned this, over 20 years ago. I know I don't look old enough. But when I had my home staging business in the UK, I learned this. And again, it's a technique, but it's really, really powerful. Quite often when we are talking to our prospective clients or our clients' guests, customers, we talk about ourselves, what we can do. Oh, we can do this, we can do that, we can do the other, which is fine if they ask you. But if they haven't asked you yet, you need to make it about them. And the most powerful way of doing that is to, hey, hi Dave, wave to Dave.
Sorry.
It's okay. Hubby's working from home. We have our challenges. So where was I? Yes, so we make our copy all about them. We meet them where they are. We understand where they are. And when we're writing our copy, I say it's very easy to go, we can do this, we can do that, we're now open, we have outsourced seating, and you just end up listing all the things that you can do. Turn that copy around. Every sentence that begins we or I as a business, turn it to be about you, them. Actually, it's better to be you. Because we're talking to one person every time we're doing our marketing. We talk about you. And just turn the sentence around so that the we's and the I's get removed and the sentence becomes neutral, or we put the word you in there. You might be able to, you might be interested in this. You can purchase this. You might need this. Or this is available. Not we now have this available, but this is available. It's a subtle thing. And we can deep dive on some of this stuff later. But that is the one top tip I can give you, is if you've written some copy, maybe it's for your email, maybe it's for your newsletter, maybe it's even on a Facebook page, take the me's, the I's, and the we's out and make it all about them, your customer. So it's you, the customer, rather than me or we, the business. Most powerful technique I've ever learned. Anyway, I'm rambling on a little bit there, getting into more detail than I was ever planning to. I'm always trying to give you as much value as possible in this group. But what I'm looking to do is I'm going to ask, would it be helpful for us to get together and learn how to do this in a bit more detail? I'm looking at putting a 5-day program together. I'm going to make it really, really cost effective because I know none of us have got any money right now. But I want to charge something because I want you to commit to doing it. I want you to not just learn. This won't be just a learning exercise. It won't be just more information. I'm going to be giving you worksheets so you actually do the work. Because what I'm proposing is go through this process for 5 days and you won't just learn new stuff. You'll be doing new stuff and you'll be doing stuff that means you're going to be increasing your revenue. Hands up who wants to increase their revenue right now. I think that's what you need the most. I could be completely wrong. You might be completely happy with what you're doing. You might be having more customers than you know what to do with, and you don't need any more cash in the bank. You know, if that's the situation, then fine. Let me know. In fact, let me know how you're doing it because I'd be really kind of interested. But just put a few comments below. See if this is something you'd be interested in doing. I'd start it on Monday, 5 days, about 10 minutes of doing every day. And at the end of that time, if you've not sold more than you would have done without doing the doing, I'll give you your money back. That sounds reasonable, doesn't it? I'd normally charge about $97 for something like this, but I'm only going to charge you $29. I think that's enough skin in the game to make you turn up every day and do it, but it's not going to break the bank. And I guarantee that you'll get that money back if you do the work and you send the emails and you do the posts that I recommend that you do. I think I could be fairer than that. And you'll basically get all my top tips, all the stuff that I've been doing for over 20 years in different industries. Heck, I used to have a home staging business in the UK and this stuff worked, both in the UK and the USA. And we'll make it a time when, no matter where you live, it will work for you as well. So anyway, if you're interested in anything I've had to say and to explore it further, if you want to be on the list that I send this information out to, so no pressure. If it's not for you, that's fine. You decide. But if it's something that you feel that you might need, that you can commit to, and you'd like to work with me at this very small level, but very insignificant. That's something I've learned quite recently. It's the small stuff actually matters at the moment. And this is a challenge for you. It will be a 5-day challenge. It'll be a doing challenge. I'll give you the information, but you have to put the work in. And at the end of it, you will make more money into your bank account. Can't say fairer than that. Anyway, hope this has helped. Love you loads. Stay safe. Bye for now. Bye. I will get used to Facebook. They've changed where everything is. I'm going to go now. I found the button. Okay.